Welcome, everybody, yet another episode of the Wrestling vs. the World podcast. If you're all enjoying your day, sweet. If not, well, then what the hell ever. So, I wanted to go a bit more of a positive route for this one. And I wanted to go a personal list of 10 wrestlers that you could not pay me to hate. Now, quick disclaimer, at least with this list, it is only going to be limiting to wrestlers that are currently with us. So, any that have since passed on will not be included in this list. So, we're going to go with a personal favorite right off the bat. Lance Storm. Now, why, you may ask? I mean, besides the fact that, I also had a podcast episode dedicated to when they were trying to give him character and everything, improve his charisma and everything, but Lance Storm, within one tweet that he made showed how much of a, great guy that I personally believe he is, and I've also seen his post over on Thread, but there was a tweet, I don't know how many years ago, where some guy took a picture of, the LGBTQIA+ section of a Target, and he, posted on Twitter, he's like, "Fuck you, Target, I just came to get some goddamn shoes," or whatever the tweet was. And then Lance Storm quote tweeted and said, "Then try to shoe department, you fucking dipshit." And it's just I saw that, it's he wasn't going to tolerate that stuff and be like, Lance Storm was cool in my book. And then, I've seen some of his posts on Threads about, showing his support for the community, which I greatly appreciate, so, and I also feel like he's also a great all-around wrestler. As a human being, he's grown to be one of my personal favorites. In fact, I even had a little back and forth chat. I might have mentioned this on an episode of the podcast. A little bit back and forth chat with him on Threads where he thought it would have been a crazy idea if WWE turned Eugene heel. And they technically did for a few months, and he didn't realize it because he was away from the company, and that's what led to my episode talking about that subject. So, Mr. Storm, thank you for the motivation. Number 2. So, this one was a real personal one, as well. Rusev, a.k.a. Miro. Happy Rusev Day, or Miro Day, or whatever day y'all celebrate. Rusev, I find him to be awesome for two primary reasons. Number one, he had his fun time with Lana on the tank that he rode into WrestleMania 31 on. If you've seen his Twitter, you may have caught him admitting that and everything. I thought that was pretty badass. And one personal one that I saw him do on Instagram that really won me over. As soon as everything started, opening back up with the pandemic and everything easing up a little bit, so this might have been, 2021-ish, he posted a selfie of him at a pawn shop just to buy himself a Sega Genesis. And I just saw that, and I said to myself, I can't hate the dude. I can't. Rusev just won me over with that purchase and, that revelation. I mean, maybe it's because, I had a Sega Genesis as a child and everything, it'd be okay, somebody's, got good taste here. Nothing against Nintendo during that period. We had limited options back then, but Rusev won me over with that one. Third choice here, Big E, a.k.a. Big E Langston. That dude, way too charismatic and entertaining to have a negative thing to look at. I believe, from what I've heard, everybody in WWE that's ever interacted with him always thinks positively of him. And plus, you gotta remember that rant that he made about, his dream match being against Goldberg and the whole big men slapping meat type thing. It's just you see how Big E is with his personality. It's just it's so infectious. It's crazy to see. You look at how he was when he came up to the main roster in 2013, and then you see how his personality unraveled once the New Day started happening. It's just it is so good that he showed this side of him, and he's just an impossible dude to hate. Number 4, Samoa Joe. Also a big fan of this dude because I think he's done Twitch streams and everything of him playing video games, which is pretty cool. He can talk on the mic. If you remember that night after Great Balls of Fire in 2017, that segment with Brock and Heyman and Kurt Angle and Roman Reigns and everything, killer promo right there. And let's not forget the remark that he made in Dark Side of the Ring where he admitted that, hey, he took the booking to go in the match against Necro Butcher, out there in Philly, because he's hoping afterwards he could get some ass. I don't know if he did or not. He didn't confirm it, but, it was to meet up with his then girlfriend, who is now his wife, so it's Joe, you had your priorities straight. You're a winner, dude. Number 5, I gotta give those shout out to Batista. Batista, had charisma, had the look, knew how to get the crowd going and everything. And I don't blame him really leaving WWE when PG started happening and the fine from Vince and everything. We all know those stories. But also the fact that he is a big supporter of the LGBTQI+ community as well. Also a big win in my book, especially because, I know he said that his mother's a lesbian, and I know people like to try to question that and everything. It's just look, y'all don't know his mother's journey and everything, just to jump to conclusions is not really the best thing, you know? But it's just like he will fully support the community. He's cut friends who have been homophobic, and like I said, he definitely supports his mom during all that, saying like, "Hey, my mom's a lesbian, and I can't stand anybody who's going to talk bad about her." So it's like, the man's also sticking up for his mom. So that's a great moment there. Next up in the list, Hurricane. This dude is way too entertaining for his damn good. I don't think anybody's ever said a bad thing about him. Like his personality is chill. Like I think he even said like in a YouTube commentary interview with KVP Commentary, saying that everybody liked him and everything, and it's understandable why. He's a damn good dude. Like he can wrestle, he can be entertaining and everything. The stuff with The Rock back in 2003, who doesn't have any fond memories of that? Then this one, I know people may have a bit of an iffy feeling for it, but Danhausen. Nice to meet you. Where's my human muddies? Danhausen, like, I know I saw, like, little clips of him, like, on social media and everything before he came to WWE. Like, he like, debuted in AEW getting, like, on the table and everything after getting pulled out of the ring. I think my first, like, exposure to him was, like, a little video clip. I don't know if it's out there still, but, like, it was a segment, like, a little thing at, like, a convention with himself and Warhorse. And Warhorse was just trying to cut a promo talking about himself and swearing, and then Danhausen kept cutting him off saying, "No swearing! No, you swear. Oh, it's right here on camera. Oh, there. Can't swear in front of the people." But it's like, it was a very entertaining back and forth interaction. And Danhausen, like, I've been getting a kick out of all the segments that he's been doing since he came to WWE. Like, he has a list of demands for Adam Pearce. Like, oh, why is it all wet? It seems like I might have accidentally dropped it in the toilet. But Danhausen, very entertaining, and like I've seen the interview that he did with Chris Van Vliet. Definitely a really likable dude when you hear like who he is and his perspective on things and like his like likes and everything like that. So Danhausen's good dude. I wish I could have met him before he signed with WWE, because I know he's like done work with Pure Pro Wrestling, and those who have been here in the state, you know what that is. And I wish I could have met him like at least once. That would have been so freaking good. Next one, obvious one here, Kurt Angle. One of the greatest wrestlers of all time. Never misses a beat. He's done, like, very entertaining stuff on social media, like when he would try to piss off his wife about, like, saying, like, "Oh, I got a gold medal. Come give me a glass of milk and everything." And, like, I'm cutting spaghetti with scissors. Kurt is way too entertaining as well for his own good. Like, whether he's being almost like what was it? Howdy Doody type of character and everything for, like, his debut. When he did some of the stuff, like, being entertaining in 2001, the sexy Kurt dance and everything like that on SmackDown. Kurt's definitely one of the best, without a shadow of a doubt. Number 9, and I should have also clarified, this is no in particular order, Booker T. Booker T's also one of the like most entertaining guys there. I'm glad that he managed to clean his life up after the whole like troublesome run that he admitted that he had before he got into wrestling and everything. And as an entertainer, he's definitely one of the best. Like I talked about on the podcast, the NWO episode, we talked about like Shawn Michaels running the group and Booker T doing that insane segment backstage outside of the locker room where he's doing the parody of Shawn's music and like dancing around and everything a little bit. Booker T is definitely one of the really good ones. And another personal favorite of mine, number 10, and this is not because he's following me on Twitter, I gotta show love for Scott Steiner. Because like, the stuff that, like the promos that this guy has cut, like in WCW where he's going after Ric Flair, the math promo that he did in TNA, or even the one that he did on the Dudley Boys where he called them fat asses. Steiner's always been entertaining, had really damn good matches before like the injuries started piling up and everything. I know his WWE run when he came back in 2002 wasn't looked fondly on after the initial return. But like Steiner, I find him to be very, very entertaining and everything. I know RVD thinks highly of him, Hurricane thinks highly of him as well. Steiner is definitely like a personal favorite. Like you could, like I know there was one video here on YouTube that I wish was still around. There's like this unscripted, uncensored video like of the best Scott Steiner moments from like WCW, WWE combined, and it was and also TNA, and that video was like so damn fun to watch. Like if Steiner just letting loose, like just getting him like threatening to punch Vince Russo like in WCW backstage. I think there was one involving like Tyson Tomko about like where his promo got incoherent, like being like, "Oh, Tyson Tomko's like, here's your bag." He's like, "Hey, I'm giving him an A," and like, or whatever he was saying. Steiner, he's just too entertaining for his own good to ever look down on. So yeah, that's a bit more of a personal list. It was a little hard to try to narrow down because like I was trying to bounce names around a little bit, thinking like who are the people that I can't think of anything that would give me a negative perception. Like in terms of like being tired of their booking or they've done something controversial outside of wrestling, stuff like that. These 10 names are like these standout ones for me of who you just cannot pay me to hate no matter how much money you throw my way. But let me know in the comment section below, who are some names in the wrestling business that you, yourself, the listeners out there, could never hate for one reason or another? Just you have an unlimited amount of respect, and you like it's somebody that it could be a wrestler you've met or you wish you could meet like someday in the future. Just let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed today's episode of the podcast, folks, please remember to leave a like, subscribe to the bell, turn on here on YouTube, comment what you thought below, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Thanks for listening, folks. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace out, and good day, everybody.